Good Morning Gwinnett, a division of Noise Media Network, hosted by Audrey Bell Kearney, sharing stories about people and places around beautiful Gwinnett County and beyond. Monday through Thursday at 10 a.m. Southern living at its best.
Good morning, all my Gwinnetians out there in Gwinnett land and all of you around the world. Listen to the sound of my voice. It is a beautiful day here in Gwinnett County. 64 degrees, going up to a high of 82. Got to turn the air conditioner on. It's going to be a little hot today. So glad to be with you guys. Hope you had a wonderful, wonderful weekend. I did. I got to tell y'all something. I literally didn't do much of anything this weekend. I'm so proud of myself. Because I didn't, Georgette, when I tell you, all I did was, me and my husband went out on Saturday. Just went out, rode around, went to the store. Friday, I don't think I did anything but a couple of things, like 2 little things. Sunday, nothing. Well, that's not true. I put a couple events on Eventbrite. That took me about 20 minutes. That was it. I just really just relaxed. I wrote some notes out,
nice.
But just, it felt so amazing. So my uncle came out the room. He said, "You laying in the living room today?" I was like, "Yep, I laid in the living room and I watched TV." That's rare. But, and then my husband watched it.
That was good though.
We watched this show. Listen, guys, if you like sports, we watched a show called I Am Athlete. And that show is hosted by Channing Crowder, Brandon Sugar. I forgot his name. His name is Brandon something. Brandon something. I forgot his name. Ocho Cinco and Fred Taylor. They host a show. Go to YouTube and check it out. Here's an episode I want y'all to watch. There's an episode called Couples Night or Date Night or something like that. And it's the guys with all of their wives. Georgia, this was such a great episode because it does not matter. And it's so funny that this was the topic. These guys are uber rich, right? They're uber rich. And they're married. And their women were saying, "Listen, we appreciate the fact that y'all go out there and get banged up and bring all the money home. But we need you." And they kept saying, and they all said the same thing. They was like, "Yeah, but, I got you all of this." And they was like, "Yeah, we appreciate that. But we need you. We need time. We need intimate time. We need affectionate time." And so this is a conversation my husband and I used to have all the time. Because I think he felt like it was just me. He's like, because he would say stuff like, the sun and the stars and moon got to line up the right way. And I'm like, this is not just a me thing. This is a female thing. We need attention. We need affection. We need intimacy. That's what we need. But I think he thought it was just me. So if you and your husband are having some kind of issues where, he go to work and he pay the bills and he make sure the household's taken care of and all that, and he feels like that's all I need to do, he really needs to look at this particular episode, because the guys were finally able to understand what the women were saying. They were saying, "We love the fact that you do that. We love the fact that you make sure me and the family are taken care of, but we need you sometimes." And so Brandon, God, I can't think of his last name. Brandon, he's kind of like the host of the whole thing. Brandon was like, he said, "I play football. I get up at 5:30. I go to practice. I come home at 6:00. I don't want to do nothing. 8:30, I'm in the bed." And she's like, "Yeah." So one of the girls said, this was another girl. I forgot his name, her husband's name. She was like, "Yeah, but when your boys come over, you have like all this energy." And he was like, "But yeah, that's because I don't see them, She was like, "Nah." She's like, "No, but they," and I get that, because me and Frankie just had this conversation. When you talk to your boys, you all pepped up and loud and da-da-da-da. And then when we there, you don't say nothing. And he's like, "Nah, but I don't see them. I see you every day." She's like, "Yeah, but you ain't with me." He's like,
right.
So in their minds, I'm in the house, so I'm with you. Whether we talk or not, right? I'm in the house, so I'm with you. Whether we're intimate or not, I'm here.
Right, I'm here and you're here. Yeah, it's like that, and I totally get that. I mean, it's like when like you said, when you're there and you're watching TV together or something, or nobody's talking or whatever it is. Like they just want you to be there, and they think that is the end and be all of the intimacy or the communication, right? But you're here in the house. That's all that matters to them.
And it's
but that's
not.
Nope. That
Let me tell you something.
Always matters to us.
Let me tell you this. Silence for me is such a turn off. Silence.
Yeah.
You want me to be turned off? Be silent. Silence from just sitting in silence is a turn off for me. Like that's such a turn off. It's like if you're trying to turn me on, it's gonna take hours. I hate silence. Like I don't like you. If we sit in a room and ain't nobody talking, and you trying to get intimate later, I'm so turned off. I'm talking about disgusting. Yeah. I'm talking about when I tell you disgustingly turned off, I'm disgustingly turned off. And that's what she was saying. She's like, I understand you guys go out there and do all this work, but we need you. And I think if couples look at that, because the guys were really trying to understand, like that's what I got to give them credit for. They were really listening and they were really trying to understand. And one of the guys, Channing Crowder, he said he doesn't work anymore. So his wife, he worked. They got like a bunch of businesses, but he probably had more free time than she does now because he's an entrepreneur and she's into real estate. And so he was like, now the table has turned because she's in real estate. Real estate is, you could be out all day long showing houses. She's like, now the table's turned. It's like him saying, hey, I just need some time. Like, yeah. Mm-hmm. It was now you see. Now he understands. Like, but Brandon was trying to understand. Now the other guy, he was just like, look, you want to go on a trip with your girls? Yeah, y'all go ahead. Take the money, take the car, just go ahead, go on the trip. His thing was just leave me alone, right? And I felt like they were still having problems because she was just making ugly faces and just saying stuff and coming off the edge of the chair. I said, yeah, they still having problems because he's not listening. He's not listening to what she's saying. And she's saying, I need to spend time with you. I understand that we got this big, beautiful house and I can go with my girls anywhere I want and jump on a jet. I understand that, but I need you. And I think that's what a lot of times, that's what men get it messed up. They feel like I'm the provider and all I got to do is provide. Nah, you got a woman. You want to just provide, get you a boyfriend. Mm-hmm. And you better hope he ain't a diva. Because if he a diva, he can be just like us. But women are the same. We're the same. Yeah. We need that emotional connection. We don't have that. We're disgusted. We turned off. And and then you wonder why things ain't the way they supposed to be because we're turned off. There's no emotional connection. There is none.
Yeah, if you don't connect with a person, 20 hours of the day, you know what I mean? How can you feel that you can connect with somebody, late at night or, when you want to be amorous or, sensual or sexy? I mean, there has to be a connection at some point in that day to make you think, well, that I matter. Right. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't matter when everything is said and done and the sun goes down. Like, it has to be something verbal. And I know for a fact, we like to talk too. So it's not, we have to have a conversation and want to be engaged in a conversation with the people that we care about. I mean, that's just part of it for us, That's just part of it for a lot of women, And it's like, let's even when you are an entrepreneur, right? And as a woman, and you're making the money, or you're doing entrepreneur, things, and have a business or whatever. When you're home, you don't want to have to play that role all the time. You want to be, you want to be a woman,
right.
and we need and we need to have those connections, and they need to understand that. It's so funny to me sometimes. There's so many things out here to read. That can kind of tell you and guide you, to how women approach things, sensually and emotionally and things like that. And there's so much stuff. If you're on the internet, read some stuff. You know what I mean? Like, understand what it is about us, that's going to make us tick. I'm telling you that would be invaluable to you.
Let me tell you something. You told me this a long time ago. You said, do the 5 love languages. Learn your love language. Yep. When I tell you, I honestly believe in that. If you just learn the love language and did your partner's love language, I'm telling you, y'all have a happier relationship. Because you know how to, listen, I know my husband's love language and I know exactly when to use it. He don't know mine. I guarantee you he don't know mine. Right. He doesn't. Right. If I ask him right now and we did it together. We did it together. And I'm sure he just don't remember because he don't believe in none of that kind of stuff. He don't believe in nothing. I know his and I know exactly when I need to use it. Because that's important for me to know how to use it. I'm telling you, if you learn your partner's love language, you guys will be a lot happier. I'm telling you, if y'all, and we got to get on with the show. It's already 10 minutes past the hour, and I haven't done the horoscopes or anything. Check out I Am Athlete and just watch the episode with the couples. If you're in a marriage or a relationship and you and you're having the same issue, because I think men don't think, they think it's just them. They think it's isolated just to their relationship. It's not. It's not isolated just to your relationship. It's women and men relationships in general. But
what segment was that? Mm-hmm.
It's called it's I Am Athlete, and the segment was called Couples Date Night or Couple something. But you will see it. It's all for the guys. It's 4 guys and their wives. So I think they were all married. It was just a really good segment. I was like, man, that was a good segment, because if you look at that segment, you would know, man, she ain't just nagging me. This is a woman's thing. And honestly, get you a boyfriend, get you a dude just like you. Y'all be straight then. I don't know how the rest of everything gonna go, but you don't want them to nag you about being emotional. Get one. I'm just saying. All right, let's keep it moving. I know we've been talking already. I ain't even get to nothing. It's National Grilled Cheese Day, one of my favorite foods. Yes, it is. I'm hungry. Whew, so I can't wait to go get me something. It is National Grilled Cheese Day. It's also National Licorice Day, which is disgusting. I know there's some people that love licorice. Ugh, not me. Well, let me say this. They got some chocolate licorice. Twizzlers make chocolate licorice.
Yeah, they have different types of licorice.
I like that. I don't like the red one, and I don't like the black one.
Ugh.
Disgusting. All right. Let's go ahead and get on with our horoscopes, brought to you by Noted Astrologer Micah Thotson for today, Monday, April the 12th. We almost to the middle of the month, y'all. Time is flying. Yes, it is. We're going to kick it off like we always do, and that is with Aries. Don't make large purchases unless you have discussed your choices with your mate. You should look into making some physical changes such as new hair color, toning up your body. You will enjoy events that lean towards theater or music today. That sounds amazing. Change the color of your hair. That's a song, and I messed it up. I'm trying to remember who sang it. Was it NDRE? I don't know. It'll come back to me. Taurus, don't lend or borrow. A new relationship can be yours if you get out with friends. Time spent with family, children, or good friends will be regenerating and positive. Okay, Taurus, go hang out with some people you love today. It's beautiful, especially if you're in Georgia. It's going to be 82 degrees today. Go to the park. I went to the park. That's what I did. I went to the park Sunday and took pictures. I just took my camera and took a bunch of pictures of stuff. That's what I did. It was beautiful, too.
Nice.
I went by myself. I got in my car. I went to the park. I took some pictures. I also went to Barnes & Noble. Man, I'm not going to tell too many stories. Listen, went to Barnes & Noble. I say, no, I'm going to go. Because that's usually what I do on Sundays. I used to go to Barnes & Noble, just sit and relax and just look at magazines and just escape for a minute. Because I'm a Pisces. We like to escape reality. And my escape is magazines. And Barnes & Noble is one of my favorite places. Like Barnes & Nobles and libraries, love it. Went to Barnes & Noble, girl, they had all the tables piled up in a corner. I took a picture. I was like, I can't believe this.
They do.
It was just all, I was like, what? It felt so, it just felt in the back by the cafe. It felt so weird. Because you go to Barnes & Noble, you see people kind of sitting around and nobody. It was like, somebody over behind the counter. There was a table right there when you walk in. I was at a table and this woman was in the corner. It was 4 tables. That was it. I was like, wow. But anyway, Gemini, residential moves will be favorable. Don't let others try to create unwarranted guilt if you can't meet their demands. You will be full of energy, and you need to find something constructive to do. Yeah, don't be destructive, Gemini. Be constructive. Put that energy in something good. Cancer, confusion could result when communicating with others. You will be your usual charming self, and the partners you attract may be adventurous type. Okay. Direct your energy into physical entertainment. All right. Go do some dancing. I was talking about that. I was watching. I don't normally watch the Housewives of Atlanta too often, but some kind of way when I went in my bedroom last night, it was on and I watched it. And Candy and Todd just opened up a new restaurant. I want to say it's in Atlanta called Blaze, and they have like an outdoor patio area. Now, I'm not big on following celebrities around. That's not my thing. And my friend Rosa, she asked me, have I been to all these different restaurants owned by celebrities? I'm like, I haven't been to one. That's not my thing. Like, I'm not a celebrity, what do you call it? A fanatic. I'm not. That's not my thing. I'm just not, because I feel like, I always felt like I didn't want to invade those people's spaces because they were people too. And so I am not chasing them around. But anyway, I like that restaurant. The food looked delicious, Georgia. They had some lobster on. They put a lobster on. I don't know, was it rice or something? Then they had crabs on top of macaroni, and they had that food looked delicious. And then they had that patio area. I was like, see, now I would go to that. Y'all know why I would go, right? Not because of celebrities. I would go for the ambiance and the seafood.
Yes,
that's why I would go.
Seafood.
Yes. That lobster was looking good sitting up there in them crab legs. I was like, oh yeah, I would go there. Leo, plans to make physical improvements may lead to psychological changes too. Don't let your boss make you feel guilty enough to take work home with you. Romance is quite possible if you're willing to approach someone who interests you. Okay, put on your big girl panties and approach them. Hey, how you doing? Tell them they smell good. That works. I got married on that. Hey, you smell good. And I just walked away. I asked my husband, I said, what was you wearing? He said eternity. I was like, oh, okay. So it was so funny because for his birthday, he hasn't worn eternity for about 19 years. Like, he wore it the year I met him. I don't think I ever smelled it after that. For real. I'm serious. I don't even remember what eternity smelled like. I know it's Calvin Klein.
And after you watched the couple show, did he put it on?
Nah, but I bought him some. I bought him some for his birthday. I was like, yeah, we about to go back in the time.
Put it on.
Virgo, don't let situations get out of hand. Difficulties will surface if you try to break a promise you made. You will profit from home improvement projects and real estate deals. Okay, go ahead, do some real estate deals. Let me tell y'all, oh God, I always got a story. I was looking at YouTube and this guy was talking about how he was trying to do all this real estate stuff, like he was trying to figure out what to do. And he said he realized there were people making, did he say $6,000 or $9,000 a month renting out tents? And I'm like, renting out tents. So apparently they buy these really nice tents and they find some land and they put it on the land and then they put them on Airbnb and people want to camp out. Girl, I was like, that's a good way to get into real estate. I got to find some land to rent and buy. Yeah, so I thought that was pretty interesting. I was like, ooh. So my friend Derek just bought an acre of land. I'm like, listen, we need to put some tents on Derek's land. He bought like 1.25 acres, I think. But it's in the middle of nowhere. Right. It's in Ranger. I won't probably visit. Anyway. All right, I'm going to a song. I'll be right back after this song to give you more of the horoscopes brought to you by Know the Astrologer Micah Thiason. Stay tuned.
just another melody.
Welcome back. It's your girl Audrey Bell Kearney giving you the daily horoscopes brought to you by noted astrologer Micah Thies. I'm going to pick it up with Libra. Finished products that have been hanging over your head. Try to be patient with their inability to accept your new beliefs. Your compassion will be appreciated more than you can imagine. Yeah, try to finish up them projects. You've been procrastinating. They just hanging there. Fix them. Finish them off. Clean slate. Scorpio. You will not be able to contain your emotions today. Look into the cost factor, but don't get backing yet. This is a great day to start a new health regime you've been talking about. Yes, you're going to be emotional today. I know you feel like crying. I know. I felt like that the other day. I was a mess. I was in the car. I don't even know why I wanted to cry. I know. I thought about my mom. And it was just like, I think it was Thursday night. I was just a mess. Sagittarius, raise your self-esteem and your confidence if you want to get back into the mainstream again. Abrupt changes concerning your professional position are evident. You will be erratic and quite likely make personal mistakes. Listen, Sagittarius, you good. You have been studying, you have been learning, you have been networking and connecting. So even if you have some abrupt changes in your positions at work right now, you can handle it. You can do it. You can handle it. It's going to be all right. All right? Capricorn, elders may get you going today. Short trips may be tiring but rewarding. Stretch the truth, and you may get blamed for something you didn't do. Don't lie. Listen, when people say stretch the truth, I call that a lie. What's stretching the truth? The truth is the truth. If you got to stretch it, you add some lies to it. I don't know about nobody else. That's just my thought. You stretching the truth, you lying. Don't do it. It's going to backfire. Aquarius, try to understand both sides of the issue before taking sides. Look closely at motives and honesty in your personal encounters. Put your energy into money-making ventures. I don't know what that means for you, but listen, think about it. Think about what you could put your money into. Put your energy into money-making ventures. Do your due diligence, Aquarius. Do your due diligence. Last but not least, my fellow fish Pisces, you should be in business for yourself. We are. Join us. Debates will stifle passion and result in estrangements. You should put a little extra effort in at work. Okay, for those of you who go to work, you got to put a little bit more effort. For the rest of you, you need to join Georgia Non-Entitlement and become business owners. Now, let me just say this. Full disclosure. Full disclosure. This could be a little difficult at times. This entrepreneur thing, running a business, could be a little bit strenuous at times. Yes, it could. So before you take that journey, make sure that you can handle it, because sometimes it's rough. Most of the time it's not. But when the times when it's rough, it's really, really rough.
But it's rough, right? When it's rough, then you're like, oh, I don't know about that.
When it's rough, it's really, really rough. But I don't see myself doing anything else.
On the other side.
Yeah. I don't see myself doing anything. And listen, there have been plenty of times I wanted to quit and go back to work. I even put in applications. And nobody called me. They probably was like, lady, we know you're not going to work for us for long. We're not calling you. I was like, I'm done. I'm getting a job where I don't have to think.
Yeah, you say that.
Because let me tell you something. You become a business owner, you never stop thinking. When you go to work, you go to work. You come home, you leave. Most people leave work at work. And they come home and they just shut down. Entrepreneurs, that's a rarity. Mm-hmm. Even when I was watching TV, right? I was watching Housewives of Atlanta. I'm looking at the business stuff. Like Cynthia had a pop-up store. I'm like, yeah, I like that. Like I'm looking at the ambiance of the club blaze. Like, okay, that's very nice. That'd be good. So I'm always on. I'm always on when it comes to business. Always. So Fish, if you thinking about starting a business, do your work, do your homework, talk to some other entrepreneurs. Listen, here's a good way to talk to other entrepreneurs. Start a podcast. Yeah. If you're thinking about, because listen, let me tell you this. They tell you to go work in the industry that you're trying to break into as a business owner, right? You may not be able to do that, but here's what you want to do. You want to go out and you want to talk to as many entrepreneurs as possible. Just interview all of them. You know, tell them, listen, I got this new podcast called My Startup Journey. Right? That's a good title. I just gave somebody a good title. Woo! That's a good title right there. Anyway, you go out there and then you interview all these people who have started business. You want to interview the ones that's successful, the one that has been sustaining for a long time, and the one who have failed. And I got to tell you, every one of them has failed, but some of them quit. So you can fail and keep going, but some of them fail and say, you know what, forget this crap. I'm going to get me a job. I ain't got no check this week either. I don't know. I got to figure out how to market, and I got $7. I got to buy gas. They tell me I gotta go to this network event. It's $45 and I only got 12. So you want to talk to all of them?
I know, right?
You want to talk to all, and start a podcast.
You got to figure out those choices. You got to figure out how that's gonna work. You know? Yeah.
Just if you're.
But they all have stories. You're right about that.
Yes. Listen, I got 24 years worth of me and Georgette. Ooh, girl.
Oh.
24 years worth of
have a lot.
Crying in the dark. That's the name of that's the name of my client Barbara. She's also my friend now. She was a client, now she's a friend. I feel like the commercial. I used to be a client. I used to be a owner. Now I'm a client or something. Barbara podcast called Bleeding in the Dark. Yeah, we were bleeding in the dark.
Oh my God!
Just bleeding
in the dark.
Somebody had to come put a what is it? A tourniquet? What is it? What's the thing to stop the bleeding? You had to stop the bleeding.
Oh, tourniquet.
Tourniquet on this.
Tourniquet or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't even know if that's right.
It sounds right.
That's not right.
All you English majors out there, I know you could go, listen. I know English majors probably listen to my show, be like, oh my God, that lady right there need to go take some classes. I'm going to Toastmasters this year.
It's funny because when I edit my show now, I'm always listening to, obviously to everybody's voices. And so now when I hear other people talk or celebrities talk or even news people talk, I'm just like, oh man, they say a lot of those words or they say a lot of these words, because I'm just so in tune now. It doesn't, and trust me, even though I'm in tune doesn't mean I stopped doing it myself.
It's so crazy because I wish someone had told me when I was younger that I could have went to college to become a broadcast major, because I probably would have been really. Right now I talk fast, I mispronounce words, and I can't change it. Like I can try to make it better right now. I can't change what I've said already. I can work on making it better right now, and I know I need to do that. So that's on my journey to making this a better show. I'm gonna try to be a little bit more polished. I need to be a little bit polished, say my words correctly, slow down my tone. I'm gonna be all of those things, I want to be like the other journalists, know.
No.
All right. Well, okay, I won't do that then.
Just be you. That's it. Just be you. We can all look. Even when I do my podcast, we can all be a little bit more grammatically correct, right? That I know for sure. But don't. You're good.
I'm just gonna be me then. That's it. So that word should have been then, and I said then. So, yeah. All right. That's all the horoscopes I got for today. I'll be back again tomorrow at 10 a.m. to bring you more of the horoscopes brought to you by Noted Astrologer Mike Advisor. Now let me bring up Georgette Teller so she can give you the word of the week. Welcome, Georgette.
I'm sorry.
I'm in clown mode today, y'all. Can y'all tell? That's when I had them good weekends.
I'm in giggle mode today. I do apologize. Okay.
That's because I'm clowning. That's some good weekends. Y'all can listen. Y'all can tell when I have a good weekend. I'm in clown mode. Okay, go ahead.
Arrested weekend. Yeah. Hi everybody. Hello, Gwinnetians out there. I had a really quiet weekend too. It's just me and the hubby here. So it was really quiet, which was good, and I actually did some cleaning, which Lord knows I needed to. Okay,
I did the laundry. My husband that's the laundry. I was like, yeah, I did the laundry.
Wonderful. Yeah, you would think we had tons of kids in here. In every room. There was a time when I had I had 2 extra bedrooms, and there was a time when they were just always so neat. It's like. I opened the door and I'm like, God, that room is kind of messed up right now too. So anyway, I felt very productive, that I actually did some cleaning and and took care of my house this weekend because it was was becoming very neglected. So I felt good about doing that. So, but it was a beautiful weekend. So
you know what it is, G? It's the
great.
fact that it's the fact that people are still quarantined, so nobody's coming over, so it's not pressing that you clean
That's
up. Like,
what it is,
yeah,
girl.
like nobody's coming over anyway, so I'm not pressed. Like, I'll get it later. I ain't pressed to do that right now. Because when somebody's like, they coming, then I go in full-blown clean mode. Kitchen, everything, sweeping. But if nobody's coming over, like, yeah, ain't nobody coming over. I ain't pressed to do that right now. But I did the laundry because I was like, the laundry is piling up and my husband is working. I need to do the laundry. So I did the laundry.
Yeah, I think I did some laundry too. But yeah, don't surprise me. Don't just pop by because that's not gonna. Please don't do that. But they'll be like, oh my God. Like, all right, people. We're going to get on with the word of the week. I know Monday's crazy for us. But okay, let's see what this word is. Let's see what amazing word we have for the week. All right. I always said it every time I see a word. Okay. The word of the week is, I like this word. It makes me smile. It's like beautiful. I love that word.
Beautiful.
You are beautiful. Thank you. Okay. Sorry. I am beautiful. You are beautiful. All right, so what is that? What does beautiful mean? Oh, let me see. It is, I have to these stuff has to become downloaded to me sometimes, so, because I'm seeing these words too for the first time, so I have to think about what that is.
Well,
Okay. So it is, I think it's the quality, right, of all these things combined of that's in a person. But it also, I think it gives pleasure with it. Come on, let me read what it says. Sorry, I'm sounding kind of confused this morning, but I'm not. Okay, qualities in a person or thing that gives pleasure to, I love this definition, gives pleasure to the senses, right, of the mind and or spirit. The reason I say I like that is because it talks about the senses, the mind, and the spirit. And I think when people think of the word beautiful, we tend to think of it as something that is how a person looks, right? It's not so much the inner stuff. We think more of the outer stuff. And the definition is really talking about the inner stuff as well, which I think is really so important, because you can see a person that has, what you believe, right, to be a beautiful, maybe they have a beautiful haircut or their face is beautiful. But when you get to know them, you're like, ugh. Yeah, because it's what they show up, what shows up inside may not be as beautiful, or maybe their attitude is not as beautiful. So I think that definition, is great because it allows you the opportunity to see these amazing qualities of the person, within their mind and their spirit. And that's what it's talking about. And I think a lot of times when I talk about these words, it is about that. It's about the mind and the spirit and the soul of a person, not so much the outward appearance of a person. And so when I look in the mirror, I say I'm beautiful every morning. I literally just did that. But I think a lot of times when you look in the mirror and you say these words, it is not just the word that you say, it is the but and the words after that word. Because you could say, hey, I'm beautiful, but, oh my goodness, look at that. I got bags. Or look at that. Oh, my hair is turning gray. Or whatever it is for you. And so the reason to do these words is to stop that but part. Right? To stop that part after you say that word. So after you say, I am beautiful, what I really want you to do is say, or whatever words that I have given you for the last 40-something weeks, I want you to say, I am beautiful. And then before you say that but or think about that but, I want you to say, thank you. I want you to thank yourself for saying those words about who you are, because those qualities are there. Sometimes they are, sometimes things are just so covered up with so many past things that have happened to you that sometimes you don't get to see the amazing qualities that you are. And so when you speak these words, it's not just about speaking them, it's about allowing that energy to be a part of you. Because you are beautiful. We were made to be beautiful. We are beautiful. And sometimes life throws things on us that we don't get an opportunity to showcase those qualities, those amazing qualities that we are. So we all have them. We've all been beautiful to somebody else. You know, we want to be beautiful to who we are, regardless of all the other stuff that we bring with us. And I think that's what's amazing about these words, is that you can start to say those things. You can start to, you can't believe those things until you start to speak those things too sometimes, you know. So I want you to know that you are beautiful. Everybody out there is beautiful. And I want you to look at yourself in the mirror every day. And every time you pass the mirror, I want you to say, I am beautiful, and thank you. Thank you. I am beautiful. Because it's those buts and those words after that but that really starts to chip away at these amazing words and qualities that you do possess. So you are beautiful, not just for this week, but for every week of your life.
You know, it's so cool because, and I know this is going to sound like a cliche, but beauty really is in the eye of the beholder. And here's what I would say, just to piggyback off that, and then we're going to go on with the rest of the show. Find something about yourself that you think is beautiful. Mm-hmm. If I look down at my toes, y'all, I got the ugliest toenails ever, and I've had them my entire life. And there's nothing, when I went to the doctor, there's just nothing now that they could do about them. So, you know, I found a salon that make them look beautiful, right? Right. But before that, they were horrible, and I hated them. And my closest friends knew that. And so one of my friends found a nail salon, and she was literally in the nail salon getting her nails done. And somebody had toes like mine, and she called me. She's like, "Girl, they could do your toes in here." I was like, "You lying?" And it was literally about 7 minutes away from my house. I jumped in my car, and I went to the nail salon. I walked out there, y'all. It was like a kid in a candy store. Because I never wore sandals in the summertime. Like, I would never wear my toes out in the summertime because I just felt like they were horrible, and I would never wear my toes out. I never, from that day forward, I have always, in the summertime, now in the wintertime, I wear boots. I love boots. But in the summertime, I go to the nail salon. I get my feet done. They look amazing. What I would say to you is find something about yourself that you think is beautiful. I've always thought I had really pretty eyes, right? It was just something about my eyes. I could look at me right now and say, yep, I got bags under them, but I could look at my eyes and say, I got beautiful eyes, you know. My cousin, she was something in everybody. Yeah, it's something about you that you find beautiful. Focus on that thing. My cousin used to be a Mary Kay representative, and she would always tell me what amazing lips I had. She would always want me to be like a lip model for her lipstick for Mary Kay. And I never looked at my lips as having these amazing lips, but I look at my daughter's lips like, oh yeah, she got really nice lips. Oh yeah, she got really nice. So you know, my daughter's just beautiful, and I'm not just saying it because she's my daughter. Yeah, she's just gorgeous.
And you're not just saying that. She is the gorgeous. She's gorgeous. And I'm not saying that either because I'm kind of her quasi auntie, but
right.
Just beautiful lips, beautiful eyes. Right. Yeah, but I think you're right. You have to find something. Those things find something
that you admire about yourself. Listen, if you can see your collarbones, and this I'm gonna tell y'all a quick story. We're gonna move on with the show. When I weighed over 300 pounds, which I did, I couldn't see my collarbones. Right. Now I love to wear shirts when my collarbones are showing, and I just think that's so sexy. So I look in the mirror, like I got on a shirt right now, and I'm sitting here touching my collarbone, y'all. I look in the mirror, I'm like, oh, I have a collarbone.
Not that kind of show.
Not that kind of show, but you have to find something, you know. It may not be your face. It may be that you're just a beautiful person inside that people tell you, oh, my God, you're just such a beautiful spirit. You know, Georgia and I get that all the time. Oh, my God, you're such a wonderful spirit. We just love your spirit. We just love your energy, you know. Find that thing that makes you feel beautiful and attach to that. Right? It's my eyes.
And if you don't know what it is, you know, look at yourself in the mirror and just, you know, ask. You know what I mean? Like because I think a lot of times when you say these words and you look at yourself in the mirror, you start to look past the physical part, right? Mm-hmm. You have to look in your eyes and see what shows up for you. You know, it is. I think it can be really transformational when you start to look at yourself in the mirror and you get past that part of dissecting everything about yourself and just be there and look at you. Yep. Because I think you will realize how amazing okay, this is weird. I'm getting really emotional right now. I'm sorry, but how amazing you really are.
Yeah.
And I think we don't spend the time really believing that or even looking at that. We are amazing. We can become even more amazing. So, yes, I think you can highlight all the things that you are beautiful at. And if you don't know, like I said before, you can ask people around you. You can ask people these questions.
Yep.
It's okay to do that because sometimes we don't see ourselves for the amazing, beautiful, and smart and intelligent people that we are.
And I'm telling you,
I think you're right about that.
Once you find something that you really like about yourself and attach to that thing, it becomes this. My brother has the whitest teeth. My brother's teeth are white as paper. Right, and he is black as an ace of spades. And it was funny because when we were little, he was brown like my mom. Like my mom was like brown. And as we got older, he became really dark like my dad, which is weird. Now his kids are all brown skinned, and my brother is jet black, but his teeth are white as snow. And people always say to him, "Man, your teeth." They think he got fake teeth. He's never had. His teeth are just white like that. He buys Crest Scripts. He go get them whitened. His teeth are white as snow. And he knows it, and he smiles and talk all the time.
And he smiles all the time.
All the time.
Yeah.
All the time.
He does. Like, I like my legs. I think I have beautiful legs. I don't show them as much as I used to. But I remember back in the day when we did insurance, I wore skirts all the time in heels. I love my legs. I think they are,
She do got nice legs.
I think I have beautiful legs. Huh?
And she not knock-knee like me, so that's a good thing. See, if you ask me, I'm like, absolutely don't like my legs. Glad I got him though. Lord have mercy. I'm grateful for him.
I know that's right.
I'm grateful for my legs.
But you're right about that. Just find the things that that you feel that's beautiful about you and enhance that. So
yeah. All right, listen. I'm gonna play a song. I'm about to play the song. The song is called "Beautiful." I'm about to play a song, and then I'm gonna come back and give you some news about Gwinnett County. I know it's Monday. Y'all know what it is on Monday. It's time to chat. I'll be right back after the song. Stay tuned.
Say something meaningful. Say something I don't know. I wanna know you better. The way that you talk to me, the way that you make me feel. I don't know if you're real. I wanna put you in that spotlight, looking at you all night. Put you in that spotlight. Oh, you make me feel right. Wanna look at you all night. Put you in that spotlight. Oh, you know you're beautiful. You know you're beautiful. And it's like you're untouchable. Like you're untouchable. Don't you know? You know you're beautiful. You know you're beautiful. I'll sing until my lungs give out. You're beautiful. What are you doing to me? I think I'm going crazy. Oh, I just want you now. I wanna hold you close. Don't wanna take it slow. Oh, I just want you now. I wanna put you in that spotlight, looking at you all night. Put you in that spotlight. Yeah. Oh, you make me feel right. Wanna look at you all night. Put you in that spotlight. Oh, you know you're beautiful. You know you're beautiful. And it's like you're untouchable. Like you're untouchable. Don't you know? You know you're beautiful. You know you're beautiful. I'll sing until my lungs give out. You're beautiful. Baby, you're beautiful. You're beautiful. I wanna put you in that spotlight, looking at you all night, all night. I'll sing until my lungs give out. You're beautiful.
Welcome back, JJ. I know you couldn't hear that song, but that's a nice song. You got to go back and listen to that episode. I need to cut that. I need to cut that whole segment out with the word of the week and that song, because it's a nice song. It's perfect. It's perfect for the segment. Nice. So I need to just cut that out and just post it all over the place today. Anyway, welcome back. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Welcome back, guys. It's your girl Audrey Bell Kearney and Georgette today, about to give you some rundown of what's going on in and around Gwinnett County. I know we've been talking for like the last 47 minutes. I know. But here goes. Gwinnett County is set to receive $7.5 million from federal government to help Gwinnetians who have trouble with rental assistance, and also who need help with making sure they have a place to live and a roof over their heads. There's a big stimulus package that came into play called the rescue package. And Georgia was given like $5 billion. Well, $5 billion was put into home investment partnership. And out of that, counties and towns in Gwinnett and Georgia were able to get some of that money. So there's a $7.5 million grant that Gwinnett is going to get to assist Gwinnetians with rental assistance and helping them get access to affordable housing as a part of the American Rescue Plan. I think that's so cool. Now there's a bunch of cities here in Gwinnett in Georgia that's going to get it. Albany, I had to mention Albany. Now here's the thing about Albany. That's my home. Albany is getting the least of all of them, and it needs a lot of money. I always wonder, like, who's running Albany? I know, and they hate me when I say this, but Albany needs a lot of money. It needs a lot of work, and it's getting the least of all. It's getting some, but it's getting the least. So Albany is getting 1.7 million, and then Athens is getting 2.5. They're right behind Albany. Atlanta alone, just the city of Atlanta, is getting 7.9 million. Now, remember, I just said Gwinnett County is getting the county, 13 to 16 towns in the county, is getting 7.5 million. Atlanta alone is getting 7.9 million. Anyway, maybe they don't need a lot of rental assistance in Albany. I think that may not be the case, but
Yeah, I don't think that's the case.
I ain't gonna talk about Albany because they get mad at me. I love Albany. Like, my brother was just down there this weekend. He went to Florida, so he stopped to see my aunt. And she was, and I think she needed that because April the 4th, Georgette, was the 1-year anniversary of my Uncle Marvin passing from COVID.
Wow.
Yeah, I know that was your anniversary, right? And Georgie's birthday.
Wow.
And
a year already.
Yep, a year already. And so she needed that. So he snuck up on her. He didn't even tell her he was coming. He just kind of snuck up on her. And she was so happy to see him. And we love Albany. We love going home. That's our home. And but I still say they could do better. That's just me. I could be wrong. I doubt it. But I could be. All right, Gwinnett nonprofit bridging the gap by helping teens explore careers, donating food and supplies. Yes. STEM programs in our schools are so important. They really are. I was talking to, I sit on the board of a nonprofit called By Faith Global Ministries, and the advisor advised the nonprofit owner, that she should look into STEM. So of course she come to me. She's like, "Hey, what is STEM?" And I was telling her it's not just STEM, it's STEAM and STEM. And so that stands for science, technology, engineering, mathematics. STEAM stands for science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics. And those programs are so important to our children, because they need to know how to not just work so hard like we do, but they need to know how to enjoy life. And that's where the arts part come in. Not only that, arts can be therapeutic, it can be freeing, and when if you are one of those people who are just, you're a go-getter, you're going to need some time to just fall back for a second. Anyway, Ryan Cox, the founder of the nonprofit Gwinnett Chat Outreach, hopes that to take some of the pressure off teenagers like Freeman, who's a teenager, who's under pressure. Like, kids these days are really vulnerable. Like, I've never seen such vulnerable kids in my life. I have not. and they put a lot of pressure on themselves to achieve, which is good. But then you become stressed out as a 16-year-old, and that's probably what happened to Stephen. But anyway, the program is called Bridging the Gap Program, where Ryan Cox take local high schoolers and young adults into businesses in their own backyard to explore career options, which I think is a great thing. Because here's the thing, if you go, that's really nice. If you go visit businesses as a teenager, you may think that you want to be like a doctor, and then they take you to Gwinnett Medical over there, and you see all the stuff they got to go through. Like, man, I don't want to do this. I mean, some hours I'm gonna be standing on my feet for 12 hours, looking at people puke and ugh. You know what I'm saying? You might say, I don't want to do that.
No, I totally understand. I remember I used to work for a birthing center in Manhattan, where I actually had my oldest child there, Adam. And I remember I was so enamored about midwives, right? And I was like, oh my God, this is so amazing. They had like a couple of birthing rooms. It was a beautiful townhome in Manhattan. And I thought I wanted to be a midwife, right? But that didn't work out, because I realized I had to stay like my first year. I had to go like in emergency, and I had to deal with all the trauma stuff. I was like, that is not going to happen. I thought I was just going to help birthing babies, I mean, but the work behind all that, right, was something that I knew I could not do.
The work in education.
Like, it was not going to happen.
Listen, I worked in a hospital for 8.5 years, United Hospital in Newark. That's why I worked for 8.5 years. And I worked in the X-ray department. Now, I was a receptionist, so I had a sweet job, right? But I wanted more. I looked at the nurses. They worked 3 days a week. They made a ton of money. I wanted more. I wanted that money. I wanted that freedom, right? And so I was in a union. And so because I was in a union, I got to go to school for free. So I decided I'm going to go back to school to be a nurse. And my mother said to me, I'm never going to forget it, because she worked at X-ray on the other side. My aunt, listen, my whole family worked there. My mother worked there. My aunt worked there. My 2 best friends worked there. My boyfriend worked there. It was a family affair at United Hospital. And we all worked there. And my mother said, why are you wasting your time doing that? And I was like, because I'm going to be a nurse. I'm going to make a lot of money. I'm going to work 3 days a week. I'm going to be a nurse. I did everything. I had great grades. And people was like, you got an A in A&P? So A&P is anatomy and physiology. I got an A in 1 and 2. I was a good student now. But let me tell y'all, got through the whole program, went to clinicals, did great. No, wait, let me just say this. When I had to dissect the rat, like I was about to fail right then and there. I was like, yep, not touching it, not touching the rat. And they was like, what, you gonna make us fail? I was like, I'm not touching it. And so they had to take some blood and put on my gloves to make it look like I actually participated in the assignment, right? I was like, not touching it. That should have been a sign right there, girl, you wasting time. But I made it through. I cut the worm. I did the little piggy. The rat I couldn't touch, right? Did all that stuff. Got the clinicals in the hospital, go inside the patient's room. It's a bunch of us, because when you go through nursing school and med school, y'all go in as groups. We go into the room, they introduce us to the patient, and they tell us that he has a colostomy bag, and that's what the assignment was today, was to change the colostomy bag. I didn't say a word. I very quietly removed myself from that room, and when they came out, I was standing against the wall in the hallway. And they was like, what you doing? I was like, I'm not doing that. And I did not do that. And I quit. I was in my second year in nursing school, and I quit. I was like, nope, not doing it. Gotta go.
Yeah.
So
I didn't even get to that part. Yeah. I was just like, I already knew. They started telling me what I needed to do, and I was like, okay, so I need to go through nursing. That means I have to work in an emergency room. They was like, oh yeah, you're gonna have to do that. And I already knew that. Yeah, I was like, can I just like stand there and help the person, give birth and help a push? They're like, well, these are the requirements, and I'm like, yeah, well, so that's not gonna fly.
Nope,
so,
not gonna happen.
Even bother, because I knew, no. The other side of that is beautiful, but to get to the other side, that's not going to be me. So.
That's why this company Bridging.
That's why it's important.
It's important. So the program is called Bridging the Gap Program, and I think it's so important because it gives our young people the opportunity to kind of dip their toe into careers before they actually make that full jump in there, right? Put your toe in, take a peep around the corner, look at it, do a little research, talk to some folks, see what they're saying before you put in time and effort like I did. Like, I wasted 2 years. I mean, I have the credits towards my degree. I have so many credits spread out over. And here's the thing. I don't have a degree, y'all, but I got credits everywhere. I should have just pulled them all together. It's like, okay, can y'all just give me a degree, please? Because I went to school. My daughter's father, he was mad at me. He's like, all you do is stay in school. So I got credits everywhere. And when he said that, we broke up. I was like, I'm always going to be learning. When he said that to me, we broke up. I'm like, I have to stay in school. You need to be learning. That was me. I was a nerd. I was a cool nerd though. I was a street smart nerd. Like, I love to read books, and I still do to this day. I just don't have as much time. However, I did read some chapters this week. I'm telling you, I was chillaxing, baby. Anyway, there's a program coming called Bridge the Gap for our kids. We need that program. I think it's going to be very beneficial to them to help them make career choices. And so that way they have a life that's fulfilling. You know, I feel like these should have been programs like years ago when we were starting. Because I'll tell y'all, somebody told me go to broadcast school because you like to run your mouth and you should be a DJ or a talk show host. I would have been in heaven right now. I'm in heaven now because I'm doing it. I'm doing it years later. But you know how much time I would have not wasted? Nobody told me that. I'm trying to recover from that. No one told me. Nobody shared it.
We'll do a session. It's all good.
I need a session, Jordan. No one told me that. Now I'm dealing with the fallout behind that. That's what happens. I'm trying. I'm really trying. You know, I'm trying to get my speech together. I'm really trying to, get my pronunciations right and the correct pronunciation of the words. I'm really trying. It's so hard.
We can work on that together. It's okay. You'll be fine. Yeah. So you will be fine.
So yeah, this is what rest looked like. This is what rest sounds like on Monday morning. That's all the rest I got. I had great food. I had a lot of rest. Some other things, I ain't gonna talk about those.
Not that kind of show.
Yeah, not that kind of show. The Gwinnett County Police Department released the full list of people appointed to serve on the newly created Police Citizens Advisory Board this week. Funding for the advisory board was included in the Gwinnett County's 2021 budget that the county commissioners voted on in January. The commissioners later voted in early February to officially establish the board. So now there is a Gwinnett County Police Department. They got an advisory board, which is great. The Police Citizen Advisory Board, which is good. And that board has about, let me see how many members it has. It has 10 members on it. It's very diverse. Everybody's represented on there. I think that's an amazing thing. I think it's going to help a lot of people. The advisory board is there. So we have a Police Citizens Advisory Board, which is great. So that's a good thing. We got some deacons, we got some lawyers, we got some not commissioners. Got some people from the college, you got people. So I think it's really good. Because we need somebody to police the police. Just saying. Not that we have a bad force, because I think our force is pretty good. I think we got a really good police force. All right, listen, guys, that's all the news I got for you. I'm going to go to my last song, and then I'm going to come back and close it out for today. I ain't going to keep talking to y'all. I'm on that weekend high. That's called a rest high. Not drugs. I'm high off rest. Stay tuned.
Start a fight, never know who's wrong or right. Feel nothing when you go. I know it's not intelligent, drinking for the hell of it, but that's irrelevant now. Let's just talk about us. How come we're holding on? What's just realize is it benefits now? And you're broke on trust, so I just wonder, why do I fall back to you? Really nothing I can do about it. Why do I fall back to you? It's like you're a drug to me, I can't quit. It's not like we're still 22, trying something new just to pass time. I don't think that we ever could work this out. None of it fall back to you. When did we get this low? I try to hurt you just to feel something. Get my heart beating again. I should probably let you go. I know I can't be cynical, make everything difficult. But if you think a miracle now to fix your problems, how come we're holding on? It's really like I see the benefits now, and you're broken my trust. So I just wonder, why do I fall back to you? Really nothing I can do about it. Why do I fall back to you? It's like you're a dream to me. I can't quit it. It's not like we're still 22, trying something new just to pass time. I don't think that we ever could work this out. I really make sense. There's no reason why I still fall back to you. Why did you fall back to me? Why did you fall back to you? Why did I fall
Welcome back. So listen, guys, that's all I got for you today. But before I go, I want to give you my word of inspiration. You know, I love to close it out. Georgette gave us a really good word for the week. Now I want to give you the word for the day. Keep the beautiful. Beautiful is your word for the week, right? But you want to get the word for the day too. All right. Here goes. The best big idea is only going to be as good as its implementation. Let me say that again. The best big idea is only going to be as good as its implementation. Jay Samit said that, and he was right. Listen, you can have a big idea all day long, but unless you act on it, it just remains a big idea. Now, if that's all you want to do is have a big idea, then hold on to that. Hold on to the big idea. But if you want to turn that big idea into something, you got to take action. Action is the key. So think about that. Whatever it is, if your big idea is, you know what, I got to drop 25 more pounds, which is what I got to do. I got to take action, because right now it's just a big idea with no action. If your big idea is you want to start this business, you got to take action. If you want to write a book, write the book. Put the pen to paper and start writing the first word. The title of the book is. The outline for the book is. And I know a lot of people think books are out of, they're gone. They're not gone. People like books. I bought like 3 or 4 books this month already. So I'm not a digital reader. I like to read paper. I like to have my book in my hands. And I read a book. I almost got through the whole book this weekend. I love reading other people's podcast stories. So I'm reading a book. I forgot. It's called Podcast Recipes. And just listen to other people, what they're talking about and how they did things. But, you know, take your big idea, put some action behind it, and bring it to life. And here's the thing. If you need some assistance, reach out to people. There are a ton of people out there that can help you. Listen. That's what Georgia and I do. We advise entrepreneurs on how to launch and grow businesses. That's what we've been doing for the last 20 years. We told y'all, you know, at the top of the show that sometimes we want to just throw the towel in because it's like, man, I'm pulling all my hair out right now. But our experience has led us to the path that, you know what, somebody else may need all of the stuff we've gone through. So let's help them. And if you don't want to talk to us, find somebody. It's a million coaches out there. Trust me. Just go type in business coach and you will find one. Do your due diligence. You know, make sure they started a business. Make sure they've been through the bumps and the bruises and been in the trenches. Do your thing. All right, that's all I got for you today. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you spent the last hour and 6 minutes listening to me and Georgette lollygag. I appreciate you and love you to life for that. Be sure to follow me on Facebook at Good Morning Gwinnett. Follow me on Instagram at Good Morning Gwinnett. And follow me on the Twitter at GM Gwinnett. Also, go to Apple Podcasts, find your favorite 2 episodes, and give it 5 stars. Appreciate you and love your life for that. If you feel so compelled to support this show, go to goodmorninggwinnett.com, click on shop, and buy anything up there, a mug, a pair of socks, whatever it is support this show. And I really appreciate you and love you to life for that. Download the app from the App Store. If you got an Android phone or Apple phone, there's an app for Good Morning Gwinnett in your App Store. Download the app. Help us get our numbers up there. Never miss an episode of the show. Georgette, as always, thank you for being my Monday host. I appreciate you and love you for that. And giving us the word of the week.
Thank you.
Beautiful. You are beautiful. We are beautiful. Everybody is beautiful. Have a wonderful day, y'all. Stay safe out there. Don't forget to tell your family and friends you love them. Tell somebody they're beautiful. They may just need to hear that. Tell them, listen, girl, you beautiful. Man, you got a beautiful spirit. Tell somebody they're beautiful. I'll be back again tomorrow at 10 a.m., God willing. Until next time, y'all know what it is. Make it a great day. Bye, y'all. Bye, G.
Bye.
You've been listening to Good Morning Gwinnett. Make sure to tune in Monday through Thursday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time to find out what's happening around Gwinnett. If you like this episode, subscribe now and share with your friends. To learn more about Noise Media Network, visit noisemedia.us.